everything. So it's like the best to just let the sound come in after you have been breathing for that long. So it's $25 if you want to come. You can ask me questions next Saturday. Okay, shall we? Anybody have anything before we get started? Okay, let's just do the yogas. So let's start in child's pose today. So find your way into whatever variation of child's pose feels most intuitive for you. So lots of times I like to take my knees out really wide. Feels good for me. Some people prefer their knees together, maybe somewhere in between. And if you want, you can move a little bit. So maybe you want to walk your hands to one side and then the other. Maybe you want to roll your forehead side to side against the ground. There's a really active way to be in child's pose. You can really stretch and reach through your fingertips, even push the ground forward and away. So you're kind of lengthening through your arms, your armpits, pressing your hips back. And then there's a really passive way to be in child's pose, just letting your forearms rest down, letting your body relax. So eventually come to a passive, restful child's pose. And let's take 3 big, deep breaths together. So next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. And take a moment to pause at the top. When you think you're full, see if you can sip in a little bit more. Big sigh, let it go. Ah. Good, again, just like that. Great big inhale, fill up. Extra sip, hold. And then let it go, big sigh. Ah. Very nice. One more time, biggest inhale you've taken all morning. Pause at the top. Feel the space inside of you. And then when you're ready, let it go, sigh it out. Ah. Ujjayi breath. So seal your lips and see if you can start to create that gentle whisper noise with your breath, that oceanic sound. So breathe in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. Whenever you are ready, you can start to move. So rise up to your hands and your knees. Maybe you start with some cat-cows, perhaps some hip circles. Anywhere you'd like to go. So it might feel really nice to come all the way forward towards Cobra or up dog, a heart opener. Might feel really nice to stretch into your wrists or your forearms. So maybe you spin your fingers out or back and just kind of rock around. This can look so many different ways. If you want to sit into a kneeling position, hero's pose, and take your arms to the sky, maybe some side body stretches. So this is for you. It's not for anybody else. Invitation to close your eyes and see if you can move from a felt sense. So from a place of feeling rather than thinking. So you're feeling your spinal column, you're feeling your shoulders, you're feeling your hips, your hands, your fingers. No right or wrong, just big, deep breaths. So connecting even deeper to those deep diaphragmatic breaths. Nice, you guys. So the more you allow yourself to let go here of any right or wrong, probably the more you will discover. So let go of your habits, how you usually move, and just feel into this present moment, what feels good in your body right now, or what feels stiff, what feels tight, and how can you work with that? Take about 3 to 5 more rounds. Make this so interesting that you feel like you can move here for like 30 minutes. So if you were doing this for 30 minutes, there's so much you can explore if you really pay attention. Rather than tuning out, tune in. Yeah, nice job, you guys. And then eventually downward facing dog is our destination. So you can start transitioning back whenever you're ready. You can get there in your own way. Maybe you want to move through a vinyasa. Maybe you want to hover your knees, hovering tabletop, find your strength, and then slowly lift your hips back and up. Once you are in your dog pose, keep the exploration going. So keep feeling around, maybe pedal out your heels. Perhaps you even take one leg to the sky and then the other. I like to windshield wiper my heels side to side sometimes. So you can roll onto the outer edge of one foot, inner edge of the other, and switch it up. And then big, deep breaths. So big, spacious inhales that create a sense of lightness or buoyancy in your body. And then strong, long exhales all the way to emptiness every single time. So the end of each exhale, see if you can feel that navel to spine connection, Uddiyana Bandha, as we call it. Your core lock, connect to your center. Really nice poses, you guys. Big, spacious breaths. Take one more round. And then at the end of your exhale, just ever so slowly, crawl your hands to the back of your yoga mat until you find yourself in a forward fold. So eventually all the weight comes into your feet, back of your mat. I would recommend feet at least hips width distance apart for this first forward fold, maybe even a little bit wider. Make sure all of your toes face forward. Take a halfway lift. So lengthen, spine parallel to the ground. Pause right here, and we're gonna twist. Bend your right knee a lot. Bring your right hand to the ground underneath your heart, left arm to the sky. Personally, I like to stay up on my right fingertips. You might even use a block under your right hand if you'd like. So bend your right knee, but try to keep your left leg straight. Root down through the inner edge of your left foot and pull your left hip towards the back of the room. See if you can reach higher through your left fingertips, maybe gaze up at your left hand. Take one more round of breath. Use your exhale to twist, 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 ring out. End of your exhale, let it go, unwind, and just switch to the other side. So left knee bends a lot, left hand on the ground or a block, right arm to the sky. Stay rooted through the inner edge of right foot as you draw your right sit bone back, right hip back. Breathe into your right side and then down your right leg. Use your exhale to twist from your center. So just like you're ringing out from the inside, soften your face, take one more breath. This is a halfway lift with a twist, not a forward fold with a twist. So spine is long. End of your exhale, let it go. Take a moment, maybe ragdoll, grab opposite elbows, maybe hands behind your head, interlace your fingers at the base of your skull, give the back of your neck some traction, perhaps a little sway or a little bob. So embody a ragdoll. Imagine there's a rope attached to your belly button. It's pulling up and you're just a ragdoll, you're hanging. Sway, bob, let your upper body, especially your head, be very heavy. See if you can keep your weight just slightly forward. So try not to rock back into your heels or lock out your knees. Maybe a big bend in your knees. Lift your butt higher. Feel that connection to center. Take one more huge breath. Next time you inhale, come back to your halfway lift. So realigning through your spine. Back of your neck is long. Gaze down. Exhale, fold. Let it go. Root through your feet. Reverse swan dive. Rise up. Inhale, stretch your arms up, gaze up, hands to your heart, exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms to the sky, and let's take a side body stretch over to the right. So you can take your own variation. I'm gonna grab my left wrist, and then up and over to the right. If you'd like, maybe right hand to right hip, maybe interlace your fingers so you can make it your own. If you want, right tiptoes reach out to the right. Keep them really light on the ground. So most of your weight is in your left foot. Press down into the inner edge of left foot. Yes, breathe into your left rib cage, your left waistline. Take one more great big breath. Beautiful poses, you guys. Inhale back to center. So realign. If you're taking that wrist variation, grab your right wrist now, and then other side, up and over. Most of your weight in your right foot. Imagine a crescent moon and create that shape with your body. Nice, Eileen. So breathe into the space in between your right ribs. Those intercostal muscles, wake them up, stretch them out. Yeah, maybe left toes out to the left. Take one more breath. Awesome, Chris. As you inhale, bring it back to center, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades squeeze towards your spine. Possibly press your palms together. So if it's available to you and you want a little extra, palms suction cup together. Everybody imagine your elbows are magnetized. So try not to just lock out your elbows. Bend your elbows, squeeze them towards each other. And then if you can, reach your hands back away from your body. Possibly little baby back bend. Heart lifts up, gaze up. Press your hips gently forward, but hug in with your inner thighs. Take one more big inhalation. Keep your hands clasped. Exhale, lead with your heart, hinge at your hips, dive down, forward fold. Keep your fingers interlaced here for about 2 or 3 breaths. So let your head be very heavy. Maybe shake it yes or no. Weight slightly forward in your feet. Might feel better to bend your knees a lot or bring your feet out a little bit wider. See if you can lift your butt, your sit bones towards the sky. Lift your knuckles towards the sky. Nice, Tammy. Relax your neck. Take one more inhale. Good, you guys. Exhale, hands to your low back. Gently release your clasp. Let your arms hang. Shake them out. Next time you breathe in, spinal extension, halfway lift. And then from here, plant your hands or your fingertips and slowly crawl forward into a plank pose. So top of a push-up, shoulders over wrists, hips level with shoulders. Once you get there, take a moment to find your strength. So spread your fingers, push the ground away. See if you can take little baby rocks forward and back. So just like you're sawing through wood with your body or cutting through a loaf of bread. Yeah, nothing changes in your position, but you should feel it in your hands, your wrists, your fingers, your feet, your toes, your ankles. Feel a connection to center. So belly button pulls in and up. Breathe into your back body. Take one more big inhale, rock forward onto your tippy toes, or knees can come down to modify. Exhale, lower halfway down. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Elbows are right on top of your wrists. Inhale, push back up, high plank. Do that one more time. Exhale, little rock forward, lower halfway. Strong arms, strong belly, even strong legs. Squeeze through the front of your thighs. Inhale, push up. Yes, and then slow as you can go all the way to your belly. Beautiful. Take a back bend of your choice. So you guys know I love Spider-Man, Cobra, maybe Sphinx, baby Cobra, full Cobra, up dog. Give yourself a couple rounds to stretch through your front body. And then when you are ready, downward facing dog. Big deep breath. Nice, Lori. Beautiful, you guys. Once you're back in down dog, you've got about 5 rounds. So feel free to explore, to move, or just be still and feel the movement on the inside. Feel the rise and fall of each breath. Feel the little tiny micro adjustments. So the ones that you make on the inside that I can't even see on the outside. So for example, what would it feel like if you pressed more into your thumbs and your index fingers? Fingers spread really wide, push down through your fingertips. What would it feel like if you externally rotated your shoulders out away from your ears? Can you create a little more space there? What would it feel like if you bent your knees a lot and came up to the balls of your feet? What would it feel like if you pressed your heels towards the ground and lengthened through the backs of your legs? What feels more skillful for you today? So there's not a right or wrong necessarily. It's just different. Feel into your body, use your breath, breathe into all the little spaces. Take one more great big inhale into your down dog. Nice poses, everybody. This time, exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, step or hop forward fold. Once you have arrived, inhale to your halfway lift position, lots of length. Exhale, bow, let it go. From the press of your feet, heart leads, rise up. Inhale, stretch your arms up, gaze up. Hands to heart as you exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms to the sky. And then this time, chair plane. So bend your knees, swing your arms back, keep your heart lifted like you're doing Cobra with your heart. So you're not rounding and looking down, you're lifting your heart, gazing slightly forward. Wrap your shoulder blades around your spine, squeeze your back muscles towards your spine. So feel the strength in your back body. Now, as you stick your butt way out behind you, can you feel a connection to center? Draw your belly button in and up. Stay where you're at, or balance challenge, rock forward and lift to your tiptoes. So lift your heels as high as possible. You have more range of motion in your legs. Now see if you can bend your knees more. Keep your heart lifted, back muscles strong, belly strong. Take one more breath. Awesome. Nice, Laura. Inhale, stay on your tiptoes if you can. High mountain, all the way up as tall as you can grow. Squeeze through the fronts of your thighs. Maybe stay on your tiptoes. Big balance challenge, swan dive down. I think it's helpful to bend your knees a little bit. Stick your butt out. Good. Nice, you guys. Once you get to the ground, heels down, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Move through your vinyasa your way. So all I mean is that action of high to low push-up. Back bend of your choice. Lift your heart. And then we'll meet back in down dog. So you can make that look so many different ways. You can substitute cat-cows. You can take it on your knees. You can skip it all together. Whatever works best for you. You're just finding your way back to down dog. Once you're there, reconnect to your breath. On a great big inhale, take your right leg to the sky. So go ahead and just move in this pose if you want to. Explore here a little bit. You can open your hip, you can roll out your ankle, you could circle your knee. Or maybe you want to stay right where you're at. Keep your hips square, keep that right leg really long, strong, powerful. Feel into that, breathe into that. Yeah, maybe you want to modify by coming down to your hands and knees and extend your right leg back instead. Totally fine. Take one more big, huge inhale, and everybody just lengthen through your right leg. Spread through your toes. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly. Shoulders over wrists on your back. Tippy, tippy toes. Breathe in, push the ground away. Exhale, step your right foot forward softly, low lunge. Rise to your crescent lunge as you're ready. So front knee over front ankle, nice. High on the ball of your back foot. And then the stability in this pose comes from hugging towards midline. So rather than feeling like, oh, you're just kind of balancing here, hug in. Front hip pulls back hip pulls forward. Your back toes face directly forward. Your back hip faces directly forward, so your hips are squared. Yes, tone through your lowest, deepest abdominals, your transverse. So it's that little navel to spine connection, and then lift your heart higher. Take your gaze up, reach through your fingertips, and then feel your breath. Slow, steady. Feel yourself in your crescent lunge this morning. So your expression, how does it feel inside? Can you soften a little? Can you soften your face? Maybe even smile a little. Take one more big inhale, reach up. As you exhale, bring your hands to the ground. We're gonna go right into a standing split. So right foot roots down and left leg floats up. So just like a one-legged forward fold, don't psych yourself out with the name. I do not care how high your left leg goes. Nice, Ansley, just lift it as high as you can. Spread through your left toes. Relax your neck so you're not gazing forward. Your gaze can be somewhere behind you or even up at the sky, up at your belly button. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, Shiva squat. Tuck your left knee into the back of your right knee and get small. So both knees bend, curl in. Inhale, re-extend your left leg high. Spread your toes. Exhale again, Shiva squat. Both knees bend. Left knee tucks in the back of right. Left heel towards your left butt cheek. Get small. Inhale, re-extend. If you want, you can hop just for fun. Little handstand hop. And then last time, Shiva squat. Empty all the way out. Inhale, re-extend your left leg up. And as you exhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat. You're gonna set up for a warrior two now. So back foot parallel to the back edge of your mat. Cartwheel your arms up when you're ready. Right arm forward, left arm back. Right toes forward, left toes towards the windows. Nice, Mariah. Bend your front knee a lot and see if you can feel it tracking towards your pinky toe. So rather than letting it fall in, press into the outer edges of both feet. Very nice. Little tone through your low, deep abdominals. Broad through your shoulders and your collarbones. Soft through your face. Take one more deep breath. Next time you inhale, reach forward like you want to touch the front wall. Slide your ribs forward and then just tip it over, side angle. Right hand towards the ground, left arm towards the sky. Or sometimes I like to reach my left arm forward towards the front of the room. You can feel the length in your left side that way. If there's a variation that you would like to move into here, feel free. Half bind, full bind, or stay right where you're at and breathe. Big, deep breaths. Yes. Wrap your right butt cheek underneath you. Track your right knee, that front knee towards your pinky toe. Stay rooted through your back foot, strong through your back leg. Take one more round of breath, everyone. Next, inhale, reverse warrior. So rise all the way up. Front palm rotates up, reach back. See if you can keep the bend in your front leg. So if your legs are talking to you, that's okay. Breathe into them. Keep tracking your front knee towards your pinky toe. Imagine you're trying to lift your right rib cage up away from your right hip. Beautiful. Breathe into that space. Reach through your fingertips. Take one more big in-breath. As you exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, pivot to the ball of your back foot. You're in a low lunge. And then right leg back and up, three-legged down dog. You can hang out here or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. Inhale, three-legged, right leg high, stretch it out. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Get as close and as high as you can. Yes, inhale back up. Nice reach. Now everybody listen, exhale, rock forward into a plank or a three-legged plank, maybe a modified plank, Chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, heart lifts. Give yourself an extra breath or two here if you'd like. Eventually downward facing dog, take it back. Reconnect to your slow, steady breath. So if you can figure out how to use your breath to power you through your practice, I think it's a game changer. So rather than fighting with your breath, use it to your advantage. It's your greatest tool in your practice, and I think in your life. Slow, spacious, all the way to empty with each exhalation. Next time you breathe in, left leg to the sky, three-legged. So go ahead, anything goes. You can open your hip, excuse me, you can roll out your ankle. You can circle out your knee or stay right where you're at. You're perfect. And just breathe, feel into it. Nice job, you guys. So if you are holding, you're pressing through your fingertips. You're lifting from your sensor. You're pressing back and up with your left foot. Everybody, one more great big inhale and just elongate from your fingertips all the way up to your left toes. As you exhale, left knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, round your spine. Stay here, breathe in and push the ground away. Use your core straight. Exhale, step through as soft as possible, low lunge. Rise as you are ready, crescent lunge. So hips are square. Back toes face directly forward. I feel like people always think it's gonna be easier if they don't face their back toes forward, but then you're just in this super weird, unstable lunge. So hips square, find power, pull front hip back, back hip forward. You should feel your inner thighs hugging in. And when that happens, automatically, you get that little tone in your low, deep abdominals. So this is called integrity. When you hear teachers say, find the integrity of the pose. That's what they mean. Find that structure, find that strength, and then feel into your expression. Your upper body is your own unique expression. So lift your heart, reach through your fingertips. Soften your face, maybe even a little smile. I know it feels so weird to smile, but I think it's so good for us. Take one more big inhale, reach a little higher. Feel yourself in this pose. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground, right into your standing split. So left foot stays rooted, right leg lifts. Make your right leg strong, your right foot active. I do not care how high. If your right foot is an inch above the ground, that's fine with me. Find your edge. Breathe into it. Relax your neck so you're not gazing forward, you're not straining. Just let your gaze fall behind you or even up. Take one more inhale here. Reach high. Exhale, Shiva squat. Right knee tucks into the back of left knee, both knees bend. Inhale, re-extend, standing splits. If you want, you can handstand hop just for funsies. And then exhale again, Shiva squat. Curl in, get small. Right heel towards your right butt cheek. Inhale, back up. Last one. Exhale, Shiva squat. Curl in, empty out. Good. Keep nose towards your knees as well. Inhale, re-extend. And then as you exhale, softly step your right foot to the back of your mat. Warrior two. So back heel pivots down. Rise up. Yes, very nice. So left toes face forward, right toes face to the right. Left butt cheek wraps underneath you rather than sticking out behind you. Neutral pelvis. So if it feels like your right hip kind of shoots forward, see if you can draw it back a little bit. Maybe close your eyes. Feel this pose from the inside. Breathe. Next time you inhale, reach your left fingertips forward like you want to touch the front wall, slide your ribs forward, and then just tip it over. So everything stays open, nothing collapses. Left hand towards the ground, right arm towards the sky. So keep your heart open. Imagine that your heart wants to look up. Maybe right arm reaches forward, maybe a half bind or a full bind. Keep wrapping your left butt cheek underneath your body. Keep tracking your left knee towards your pinky toe. Stay strong and rooted through your back leg and your back foot. Good poses, you guys. Take a couple more rounds of breath. Soften around your pose. So you've got all this integrity in the posture. Now soften around it. From the press of your feet, next inhale, reverse warrior. So rise up, reach up, reach back. So first you're trying to touch the ceiling, and then you're trying to touch the back wall. Keep bending into your front knee. Keep wrapping your left butt cheek, that front butt cheek underneath your body. Keep tracking your front knee towards your pinky toe. Lift your left rib cage up away from your left hip. Reach through your fingertips. One more big inhale. Nice work. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, low lunge. Three-legged dog, left leg back and up. So just unthread it, reach it up. You can hang out here or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Sometimes I like to breathe out through my teeth. Shh. Inhale, left leg to the sky, stretch it out, three-legged. Exhale, left to left, aim for your armpit, so as high as you can get. Yeah, through your teeth if you want. Shh. Inhale, back up. And then this time, rock forward into your high plank, your variation of plank to Chaturanga. So your left leg might hover, you might come to your knees. Thanks, Christine. Heart lifts as you breathe in. Give yourself an extra breath or two if you want. And then down dog, or if child's pose is calling to you, you can take it here. Give yourself just a moment to reconnect, to feel into your body. So feel energetically, emotionally, mentally, physically, what's happening right now. So we can never turn our thoughts off as human beings. It's just not possible. But we can learn to watch our thoughts instead of getting involved in them, spinning off with them. We can separate ourselves from them. So just notice. Let them come, let them go. Notice sensations, let them come, let them go. Notice your breath, let it come, let it go. We'll go through that entire sequence, one breath, one movement. It does not mean we speed through it with momentum. It means we move super slowly with our big, deep breaths. If at any time you want to take a little break or you want to do something completely different than what I'm cueing, That's totally fine with me. So give yourself what you need. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog. Take one more great big inhale into your down dog. Hips super high, spine and side body super long. Exhale, gaze to the top of your yoga mat, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Once you have arrived, halfway lift position, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, let it go, Uttanasana, fold. From the press of your feet, lead with your heart and rise. Arms to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Here we go. Flow with your breath. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So swing your arms back, maybe lift to your tiptoes. Stay on your tiptoes if you'd like. All the way up, high mountain. So as tall as you can grow. Squeeze through the fronts of your thighs. Maybe stay on your tiptoes as you slowly dive down. So big balance challenge. Let your legs shake. As you inhale, heels on the ground, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, Chaturanga. See if you can keep that exhale going as you lower down. Yes, inhale, heart lift, shoulders back and down, nice Jane. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, great big inhale. Take your right leg to the sky. Feel the strength there. Now use your core as soft as you can. Step your right foot forward, low lunge. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge, strong legs, strong foundation. Lift your heart, gaze up. Exhale, hands come back down slowly. Root into your front foot. Take your left leg to the sky, standing splits. Just one time, exhale, Shiva squat. So curl into a little tiny ball, balancing on your right foot. Inhale, re-extend, left leg high. You can take a handstand hop if you want. Exhale, step your left foot back, setting up for your warrior two. Inhale, rise, Virabhadrasana 2. Settle in. As you exhale, side angle. So reach forward, tip it over, everything stays open. As you inhale, reverse your warrior. So take it up and back. Keep that deep bend in your front knee. Good. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the earth, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg to the sky. Hang out here or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, re-extend, lengthen, press through your hands. Exhale, right to right. Get as high as you can on your armpit, maybe even add a little push-up. Inhale, three-legged dog, lengthen. Now exhale, rock forward, three-legged plank or your variation, Chaturanga, lower down. Nice, Tammy, lift your heart, breathe in. Lift your hips, breathe out. Ha. Inhale, take your left leg high, stretch it out. Now use your core, exhale, step through softly. Good, Eileen, rise with your in-breath, crescent lunge. Heart lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, hands come down. You are not in a rush. Inhale, standing splits. Take your right leg high, spread your toes. Exhale, Shiva squat. Right knee tucks in the back of left, get super small. Inhale, back to standing splits or take a handstand hop just for fun. Exhale, step back, setting up for your warrior two with your inhale. Rise, settle in, left arm forward, right arm back. And exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip it over, empty all the way out in your breath. From the press of your feet, inhale, reverse, take it up and back. Keep that deep bend in your front knee, lift your left ribs away from your left hip. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, low lunge, pivot to the ball of your back foot. Inhale, three-legged, left leg high. Hang out here if you want, or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Use your core. Inhale, three-legged, stretch it out. Left to left, aim high, add a push-up if you want. Good. Back up, three-legged. And then this time, rock forward. Exhale to lower Chaturanga. Your variation, you guys. Nice, Brenda. Lift your heart. Breathe in. Lift your hips. Breathe out. Take a moment. Maybe a couple open mouth sighs. Just noticing, feeling all that energy inside of you swirling around. It's always there. It's just harder to notice. So feel into you. Feel into yourself, your emotions, your thoughts. Watch them. And see if you can feel into what's underneath it all. That place inside of you that does not move so quickly, that's more steady. Your center, your essence, yourself. We'll go through that flow one more time. Listen for a few small changes this time. So like you always do, just stay present. Listen to my cues. Take them if they work. If not, leave them behind. Do your own thing. If you're coming with me, great big inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat. Step or float, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in and lengthen, back of your neck long. It's like you're gazing over the edge of a diving board. Exhale, fold, bow. Press into your feet. Reverse swan dive all the way up, arms to the sky. Inhale, big full body stretch. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, listen here, friends. Inhale, take your arms to the sky. Side body stretch to the right with your exhale. So you can make it your own. Exhale to the right, all the way to empty. Inhale through center. Other side with your exhalation, up and over. Again, all the way to empty in your breath. Back up with your inhale. Baby back bend with your exhale. So cactus your arms, lift your gaze, lift your heart. Inhale, realign, so arms to the sky. Now, chair, plane, or drinking bird. So exhale, bend your knees, swing your arms back, maybe lift up to your tippy toes. Stay on your tiptoes if you want. High mountain, one more time, as tall as you can grow. Maybe stay on your tiptoes as you dive down. If you're shaking, trembling, good. It means you met an edge. Be with it. With your inhale, heels on the ground, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, Chaturanga, lower down, nice Ansley. With your in-breath, lift your heart, shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, great big inhalation, right leg high, stretch it out. Use your core. Exhale, step your right foot through. So you're pushing the ground away as you step forward. Rise with your in-breath. Strong legs. Arms reach up, gaze up. Feel into your expression. Exhale, hands come down. Nice, pristine. Root into your front foot. Standing splits. Left leg floats high. Exhale, Shiva squat just one time. Get small, left knee into the back of your right knee. Inhale, re-extend or take one little hop towards handstand. Exhale, nice reach. Step your left foot down. Left toes face the windows now. Inhale, warrior two, rise. Now listen, exhale, side angle, and we're gonna pause here. If you would like, option for balancing half moon. So reach your right hand out in front of you. Maybe you take a block with you. Back foot floats up. So back leg strong and powerful, like you're stomping it on the back wall. If there's a variation you want to take, go for it. Everybody, no matter what pose you're in, side angle or balancing half moon, hips are open, heart is open, shoulders are open. Soften your face. Take one more round. Maybe lift your back leg higher. We're going to meet up in a warrior two. So slowly, gracefully come back to your warrior two stance. Take a moment to just settle, find your breath, adjust through your legs if needed. Next, inhale, reverse your warrior back to our flow. Reach up, reach back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge, pivot to the ball of your back foot. Three-legged down dog, right leg to the sky. Now exhale, right knee, left elbow, that little twist, use your core strength. Good, Brenda, inhale, three-legged. Right to right, as high as you can get, maybe add a push-up. Inhale, three-legged, now listen here. Open up your hips, so bend your right knee, reach it out, reach it up. Feel the opening in the front of your right hip, stay here and hold, or option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Reach your right arm forward, heart forward. If there were a mirror on the front wall, you're trying to look into that mirror. Take one more huge breath, those of you in the back bend. And then everybody, regular down dog. Just come back to down dog, walk it out for a moment. If it feels really good to walk it out, you can stay right here. Otherwise, next inhale, rock forward to a high plank. Option to hover your right leg if you'd like. Exhale, Chaturanga, slowly lower. Inhale, heart lifts, nice Eileen, shoulders back and down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here we go, other side. Inhale your left leg high, stretch it out. Now slowly and softly, left foot steps forward, low lunge. Crescent, strong legs, lift your heart, reach up, breathe in. Yes, exhale, hands come down. Front foot roots down, right leg high, standing split, spread your toes. Exhale, just one Shiva squat, right knee tucks to the back of left knee, get small. If you would like, handstand hop, or just re-extend your right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot back, setting up your warrior two stance. With your inhale, rise. Beautiful. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip it over. Hold here, stay in your side angle, or balancing half moon. Reach your left hand forward, take a block with you if you'd like. Yes, back leg strong. It's like you're karate kicking with your back leg. Beautiful. Heart open, hips open, shoulders open. If your back leg is lifted, see if you can lift it just a tiny bit higher. Awesome job. Soften your face. Nice, Andre. Take one last breath. Slowly and softly, warrior two, come back. Take a moment to settle in, adjust through your legs if needed. Next inhale, reverse warrior, reach up, reach back, lengthen your left side. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the earth, low lunge. Three-legged down dog, left leg to the sky. Stretch it out, breathe in. Stay here, or exhale, left knee, right elbow. This is your last time. Shh. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, left to left. Aim high, add a push-up if you want it. Shh. Inhale, back up. Now hold here. Open your left hip. So bend your knee, reach your knee out and up. It's like your left hip is a hinge on a door. Your left leg is the door. It just swings open. Great place to stay, or flip your dog. Left foot comes down behind you. Left arm reaches forward, heart forward. Press your hips up. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Feel the opening in your front body. One more round. Beautiful, friends. Nice, Laura. Nice, Sophia. Come back. Regular downward facing dog. Walk it out. If it feels good, just keep walking it out. If you would like, inhale, rock forward, high plank, option to hover left leg. Exhale, Chaturanga, lower down. Lift your heart with your inhale. And then you choose, friends, down dog or child's pose, or maybe some other resting pose. So give yourself a moment. Just feeling, noticing, observing, slowing down your breath if it's sped up. Let's all take a big inhale and hold. And then with your exhale, make noise. Ha. one more time like that. Great big inhale when you're ready. Hold at the top. Let yourself make a little noise with your exhale. Ha. Very nice. Downward facing dog. All right, take a big inhale into your dog pose. Exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, step or float, forward fold. Once you have arrived, halfway lift position, inhale. Exhale, fold, let it go. Now listen, chair pose. So weight in your heels, bend your knees a lot, lift your heart. Your butt should be sticking out behind you. Good. Everybody bring your feet about hips width distance apart if they're not already there. Make sure all of your toes are facing forward. So your toes aren't out or in, but straight forward, feet parallel. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, we will twist left hand down in between your feet, right arm to the sky. If this feels like too much, left hand can come to a block, or left forearm can even come across the tops of your thighs. Twist from your center. If you would like to move into the half bind or the full bind or even bird of paradise, you're welcome to play with it. We'll take about 3 more rounds. So if you're like me, this is one of the most uncomfortable poses in all of yoga. See if you can just be with it, just breathe into it. Yeah, use each exhale to work your twists. Use each inhale to create more space, not forcing anything, but just gently encouraging with breath. Take one more round. If you're working somewhere else, start to make your way back down. And then everybody, end of your exhale, forward fold, let it all go. Okay, from your forward fold, bring your left tiptoes behind your right heel. So it's like you're standing on a balance beam. Inhale to a halfway lift position. And then exhale, fold. So there's a little bit of balance there. And then once you're folded, fingertips on the ground or hands on a block, walk your hands over to the right side of your yoga mat or off the right side of your yoga mat. Pull your left hip back a lot. Take about 2 more breaths. Try to relax your neck. Breathe up your left side and then down your left leg. Yeah. If you need a block under your hands to bring the ground closer to you, please use one. Take one more round. End of your next exhale, come back to center and just switch your feet. So now right toes behind left. You can just walk your right foot behind your left. You're gonna walk back on your mat just a tiny bit. Take an inhale to a halfway lift. So like you're on a balance beam, pull your left butt cheek back. Exhale, fold. And then same thing, other side. Walk your hands off the left side of your mat. Pull your right hip back a little bit. Good. Breathe through your right side, down your right leg. Relax your neck. Soften your face. One more round. Come back to center at the end of your exhale, and you can just step your feet next to each other, hips width distance apart. Take one more inhale into a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, plank pose, step your feet back. And then from plank, side plank, right hand is your foundation. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, or if you want to modify, right knee can come to the ground. Feet can be stacked or staggered. Lift your hips really high. That crescent moon shape is what you're going for. Maybe left arm forward. Lengthen your left side. Maybe left leg floats up. So karate kick with the outer edge of your right foot. Karate kick the ground. See if you can lengthen your left side. See if you can create more space. All this strength, all this integrity, and then soften around it. One more great big inhale. Nice work. Exhale, plank or modified plank. Take an inhale at the top. Prepare. Push the ground away. Find your strength. Exhale, slowly lower to your belly all the way down. Just a baby cobra. So you're going to lift using your back strength, not your arm strength. Take a moment to pause in your baby cobra. And we're just going to be here. We're not going anywhere else. I want you to feel into your lower body. Can you press down through your pelvis and through the shoelace side of your feet? Can you spread your toes and press your toenails down? And then keep that. Squeeze your back muscles towards your spine. Roll your shoulders back and down away from your ears. Point your elbow tips back at the wall behind you. With your hands, rather than pushing down, imagine you're pulling back so they don't actually move. It's an energetic movement. It's like you're trying to drag yourself forward. Yeah. Now bring awareness into your neck. Are you cranking your neck? Are you looking up? See if you can lengthen through the back of your neck so your gaze is slightly down. Feel all the strength in your back body. You should feel a little bit of navel to spine connection, that tone in your lowest, deepest abdominals. So what if you had this much awareness every time you did a baby cobra? Take one more big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Ah, good job. Downward facing dog. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot forward, low lunge. And this time we will twist. So left hand on the ground or a block, or you can come up to your left fingertips, right arm reaches up, revolve lunge. You can stay in your revolve lunge or option to turn it into a variation of revolve triangle. So staying balanced on the ball of your back foot, you might scoot your left hand back a little bit. See if you can lift your right butt cheek up and press back through the top of your right thigh. Squeeze through your inner thighs, twist from your center. Breathe. Your spine should be nice and long. Elongate through your front leg. Pull your right butt cheek up. Press back through the top of your right thigh. Work your twist with your breath. One last round. End of your exhalation. Release. You can bend back into your front knee. Walk your hands to the left, long edge of your mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Parallel your feet. Straighten your legs. You want to take an inhale. Find a halfway lift. Go for it. Anywhere you want to go, about 5 breaths. So using your breath to dive deeper, to fold further. Your muscles are really warm now. So feel into your edges, breathe into them, soften around them. Rather than tuning out, I know it's so tempting in these moments where you have more time for yourself. Let's see if you can tune in. See if there's something new you can notice that you've never noticed before. See if there's an adjustment you can make that changes the pose completely. So everybody is different. Everybody's body is different. So something I say may be like an aha moment for you, where you may be like, that doesn't even work. I don't feel that at all. And that's okay. Get rid of right or wrong and just feel into what works best for you in this moment. Doesn't mean you have to do it every single time you practice either. You're just feeling, you're just noticing, you're being present with what is happening now. Take one last breath. Fingertips to the ground. Crawl your hands to the top of your mat. Rotate your toes to face forward. So you're in a low lunge. Step forward, top of your mat, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold, bow. Root through your feet. Let's rise all the way up. Big full body stretch. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to heart. Breathe out. Inhale, arms to the sky. Chair pose as you exhale. Sit low, get low. The weight in your heels. See if you can pick up your toes, spread them apart. If your feet are not already hips width distance apart, adjust. All of your toes face directly forward. Take one more in breath, lifting through your heart, but sitting deeper through your legs. Exhale, twist. Right fingertips in between your feet, or maybe right hand to the ground or a block. Left arm to the sky. So it's very similar to that twist we did at the very beginning of our practice when we were in a forward fold. But now both knees are bent deeply. We're not going for the stretch in our legs so much as we're going for the twist in our center. If there's somewhere you want to take this, please feel free. So it doesn't have to be what you did on the other side. Sometimes when I'm practicing, I'm like, oh, I did bird of paradise on the other side. I have to do it on this side. No, not necessarily. We're different. So feel into it. Where do you want to go from here right now? Take a couple more breaths. Sometimes I think the hardest thing is to just stay in the most basic version of the pose and breathe into it. Make sure your weight's still in your heels. Both hips are still reaching back. Your spine should be long, so don't feel rounding or contraction in your spine, but length. Take one last huge breath. If you're working somewhere, start to find your way back. End of your exhale, forward fold. All right, so last time we stepped our feet onto a balance beam. You can do that again, or this time step your right foot behind your left foot and then over to the left side of your left foot. So your feet are crossed. So right behind left, and bring more weight into your back foot, your right foot. So if you need to bend your left knee or come up to your left tiptoes, that's okay. Walk your hands over to the left side of your yoga mat or off the left side of your yoga mat. Pull your right hip back and then breathe up your right side. Breathe down the back of your right leg. So again, most of your weight in your right foot. Pull your right hip back. Soften your face. Good. Slow, deep breaths. You should still be able to hear it. End of your next exhalation. Bring your hands through center. And then just bring your feet next to each other. Take a halfway lift. So realigning, inhale. Exhale, fold, and let's do the opposite. So now left foot behind right. So not on a balance beam, but your feet are now actually crossed. If you want to do a balance beam modified, totally fine. And then left foot is rooting, back foot. You can come up to your right tiptoes, bend your right knee as much as needed. Walk your hands off the right side of your mat. Pull your left hip back gently. It's like somebody has their hand in that crease in your left hip and they're pulling back. Yeah. Good. Very nice, you guys. Breathe into your left side. Breathe down your left leg. Nice, Christine. So other way, Andre. Yeah. Relax your neck. And one last round. Back to center. Adjust your feet so they're next to each other again. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank, side plank. Left hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of left foot, or left knee comes down to modify. If your bottom knee is not on the ground, lift your hips super, super high. Yeah, so use your left side abdominals to get out of your wrists, out of your shoulders. Maybe reach your right arm forward. Maybe float your right leg up so your fullest expression. Feel all that strength, all that integrity, and then soften around it. Find some sweetness. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top to find your strength. Exhale to slowly lower. Baby Cobra to begin with. So use all that awareness we created last time to feel into your baby Cobra. And then this time, we're gonna float our hands up. So keep your heart lifted, keep your back muscles strong, float your hands up, reach them back. See if you can do that at first without lifting your feet. So hands reach back towards your heels, but your feet press down, your pelvis presses down. Feel the strength in your back body. Now, if you would like, lift your feet, locust pose. Hug in with your inner thighs. Yeah, take one more big inhale, breathe into your low belly, float higher, lift. Exhale, let it go. Nice job, you guys. Find your way back to down dog. You can take a couple rounds or so to get there. Ujjayi. So just a little bit longer. Keep those deep, spacious breaths going. It's powering you from the inside. So I know you're tired. I know your muscles are fatigued, but your breath, it's brand new every time you breathe in. So use it. Inhale, left leg high. Step your left foot through softly as you exhale. Revolve lunge. So right hand on the ground or a block, left arm to the sky. So legs are strong. Imagine already that you're trying to pull your left hip back, but at the same time, your left knee is magnetized to your right armpit. Stay here if you want to. Otherwise, variation of triangle. So you may scoot your right hand back just a little bit. For this variation, we're staying balanced on the ball of our back foot. So back leg strong. Start to lift your left butt cheek up, 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 and press back through the top of your left thigh. Squeeze through your inner thighs and twist from your center. Back leg strong, powerful, breath strong, powerful. Use your exhales to twist, twist, twist. One last round. End of your exhalation, let it go. Walk your hands over the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten your legs. If you want to take a halfway lift on an in-breath, go for it. And then anywhere you want to go, 5 rounds. Make it more restorative or make it more challenging, whatever you need, whatever your body is calling for. Soft face, relaxed jaw, even soft through the inside of your mouth, relax through your tongue. All right, take one last round here. Fingertips on the ground if they're not already there. Walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, and step forward, forward fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. And then listen, you guys, exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. So bring your big toes to touch, little gap in between your heels. Tiny little potato bug ball, tuck and curl. So you can hold here for a moment. You can hold here for as long as you'd like. Then this is super fun. You can gaze up if you want. We're gonna come all the way down onto our back. So this is almost like a little trust roll. You're just gonna roll back. And then once you roll back, you can take a few rolls, a few rocks forward and back. If you're like, no way, I'm not doing that, then just use your hands, sit your butt down, and then come down to your back and roll. Give yourself like 5 or 6 rocks and rolls. These are really good for us. Massage out those muscles on both sides of your spine. Yeah, and see if you can find some sort of momentum, but also stay in control so it doesn't feel like you're just rocking out of control. You feel like you could stop at any time. Nice work. And then eventually go ahead and stop those rocks. Just bring your feet to the ground with your knees bent. We're going to take a supine pigeon. So right leg to the sky, flex your toes back. And then outer right ankle, top of your left thigh. Figure 4. The left foot can stay down or pick up your left foot. And draw your left leg in. Hands behind your left thigh or in front of your left shin. If you're pulling your legs in, a lot of times I see people pulling their legs in and rounding their spine, almost lifting their head. So that's not what we're going for. We're not forcing this. You want to keep a neutral spine. So your spine should be just as if you were laying on the ground regularly. Nothing else is changing. Backs of your shoulders are rooted. Tailbone is rooted. And then if you want to take little rocks side to side, little rocks side to side. So basically, as you're pulling in with the strength in your arms, you're also pressing away with the strength in your legs. You're creating some resistance, creating some stability. Bring your arm in between. Sorry to scare you. Can you bring this hand in between here? And then hand in between here. And then this presses forward rather than in. Yeah. Good job, you guys. Take about 3 more rounds. If you want to extend your left leg up, maybe working the length in your left leg, but try to keep that neutral spine. And then if you are holding your left leg, if your left foot is lifted, stay in your figure 4, but just set your left foot back down. Now, option to cross your right knee on top of your left knee, like someone would sit in a chair if they were wearing a really short skirt. All right, right arm out to the right, scoot your hips over to the right. So left foot on the ground with your knee bent still, not straight. Yeah, yeah. And then roll onto your left side. You 3 sillies up here. Yeah, you got it. If you don't like having your legs crossed, or if you're like, I don't understand what she was talking about, just a twist with your legs over to the left. Right arm out to the right. You can gaze up or over your right shoulder. And if you need to, always feel free to adjust your hips. So if you scoot your hips around, sometimes it feels a little bit better. Make sure you can breathe all the way down into your belly. Couple more, just softening with each exhale. All right, unwind, come back to center and take a full body stretch. So uncross your legs, take both legs long, both arms long. And really actively reach through your fingers and toes. Notice how when you reach, your ribs probably lift quite a bit. See if you can press down through the backs of your ribs just a little bit. Take one more inhale. Exhale, arms down by your sides, feet to the ground with your knees bent. Supine pigeon, take your left leg to the sky, flex your toes, and then outer left ankle, top of your right thigh. Figure 4, you can take whatever variation you want on this side. So it might be the same, might be totally different. Neutral spine as you pull in with your arms, press away with your legs. So find that resistance, little rock if you want, or any exploration that calls to you. About 3 more breaths. And as you're ready, move into your twist. So you'll just set your right foot on the ground with your knee bent, cross your left knee on top of right. And then left arm out to the left, scoot your hips over to the left, roll into your right side. If you don't like your legs crossed, or if you took a different variation on the other side, you want to take it on this side too, feel free. Gaze up or over your left shoulder. And breathe down into your belly. So take as many breaths here as you need so that you're even on both sides. And then as you come out of it, just move through any finishing poses that you would like to finish off your practice. So always a happy baby is nice, maybe some sort of inversion, and no rush. Take your time. I, as usual, am going to be about 10 minutes over ending my class. I wanted to give you a really nice sound bath for Shavasana, which I will do. Hopefully you guys can stay for it. If you need to sneak out early, feel free. So as you just start finding your way into your final relaxation, take your time, no rush. I'll read to you, and then eventually I will play my bowls. And as I play my bowls, think of it just like I was talking about at the beginning of class and breath work, like your body is wide open, like you can feel the vibrations moving through you. So when I start playing, rather than hearing it so much with your mind, with your brain, let your body feel it. And if it feels uncomfortable, just like an uncomfortable yoga pose, breathe into it, soften around it. My little thought for you as you find your way, as you take your journey into your Shavasana, this is called Piece of Fire by Uwe K. I do not ask for much. Just let me live the way that I know best. Let me feel the earth on my feet and rejoice that I am still standing. Let me listen to the waves of the sea and find peace in knowing that the tides always return to wash over me. Let me dream about sunsets that are not promised and skies that are not always blue. Let me make love to conversations that bring me closer to knowing myself and closer to believing in something much bigger than the four square walls of my own chest. And let me rest. Let me rest. And should I be so blessed to have this place where I can grow, let me remember to give more than I receive and to listen more than I speak and to understand that everyone is searching for a little piece of fire. May I take part in building that. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Just bring gentle movement back into your physical body. As you're ready, roll to either side, fetal position. We'll take a moment to just let everything settle inside of you, let your practice, the energy, the effort from it. Let that sound about the energy from it. It's lots of energy. Let it settle inside all the little spaces. And then using the strength in your arms, guide yourself up into seated meditation, facing towards the front of your mat, front of our space. Close your eyes, gather your hands to your heart, and just bow your head to your heart. Acknowledge yourself for showing up, for taking time out of your day to do your practice, to connect with a deeper part of yourself, also to be in community. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. The light in me sees and reflects the light in you. Namaste. Just you, Mama. Love you.